welcome to Stacy's Homestead, and today we're going to be canning our chicken. So I got chicken, bone-in chicken on sale. They were quarters, so I already took them apart, separated the leg from the thigh, and we're going to put them in our jars, our wide mouth jars, quart jars, and can them up. So I'll show you how I do that. Alright, so we're gonna first, I'm not sure if I have enough room. I'm just doing one canning session right now. So I think I'm gonna do the legs first and then shove these ones in the other jars. So it's really simple. We're gonna do raw pack and we're gonna put in our legs however we can. I put 2 down and then 2 up, okay? That should fit 4 in there real good. I think I only have like 4 legs. Yeah, let's do 2 in there and then try to shove one of these breast thingies in here. There we go. There we go. Alright, so see? So I got 2 legs and a thigh and a quarter here, whatever it's called. So, but you usually can get 4 or 5 legs in also. So we're just gonna put whatever in we can. Let's try putting this in first. Shoving it in. Now the bones are going to get really brittle during the canning process, so that's okay. Let's put 2 of these in here. Let's try to get 2 of these in here. Yeah, there we go. 2. So I like it because I'll just they become really soft, and I'll take the bone, and it gives you good bone meal. But I'll take the bones and then feed it to my dogs too. So yeah, we got 2 of those in here. Let's get 1 of these. Put another one in here. Let's see. Might be able to fit 1 more leg in here. Put it this way. I don't know. We'll get a smaller leg. Here's a smaller leg. Get this small leg, push it in there. Now it's all gonna shrink. Also, try to keep 1 inch headspace, but it's gonna shrink down when it cooks and then create its own juices also. And then, let's see. So you can put 2 of these in one. Let's try to put 2 of these in one here. Put this bigger one in. Try to shove it in there. Sometimes the bones get in the way. You can just cut the bone out. If you need to, I'm going to rip this bone out. I'm going to rip it. There we go. There. Don't need that. Now let's see if we can get it in there. This is going to be some really ugly chicken. There we go. Now it's in there. There we go. That one's fit real good. So I think we'll end up, if you have any room, let's go ahead and take this bone out too. If you have room in your canner for more jars, just fill them with beans, because beans is the same time as meat. Or water. You can make some sterilized water for emergencies if you want a can of water. I have a few of those, but I don't do it too often. So yeah, I'm gonna rip this little leg bone out. Put it in here. Okay, we're gonna try to get this. You know, I think I'm gonna have to do a little maneuver in here. Let's put this in, and this in, and then this one. Get in there somehow. Somehow, yeah, the bones turn into bone meal. They mush up really good. But, yeah, I'm gonna have to cut some of this meat off. Cut some of this slimy meat off and put it in another jar. Get a knife. This is a really big piece right here. Just cut a little bit of this meat off. Get it in another jar here. I don't like cutting chicken when it's totally defrosted because it gets all wiggly on you. My husband always thinks I'm going to cut my hands off. Because I don't like using a cutting board if I don't have to, because then I'll have to disinfect the cutting board. There we go. Alright. Let's put this in this one. This one has room. There we go. We got some room in there. Now let's see if we can squeeze this. I don't know if I can get the bone off. Can't get the bone off. These bones are hard to get off. See if we can squeeze this in here. Now we're gonna have to clean these rims real good. That's for sure. Put it in upside down this way. There we go. That's in there. Okay, let's put this away. There, I got 10 pounds of chicken and 5 quart jars, wide mouth. So I have more I put in the freezer. I decided to do something different with that. So, but I'm doing raw packing this one. Alright, so we made a bit of a mess. Made a bit of a mess here. We're going to disinfect everything real good. But first, we need to wipe the rim of our jars with vinegar. I mean, because it's real greasy stuff here. But I'm going to add some broth. I like to add broth in because I don't like my chicken turning gray. So chicken, if it's exposed under, like, has no liquid over it, it'll turn gray. So this one's pretty full. I'm just gonna put a little bit in here, just a little bit. There, not too much. And it's chicken broth. My bone broth I have. This has a good space at the bottom. So we're going to try to get some liquid down in that space down there. It's not because of the space. It'll make its own liquid, but there we go. There. Let's try to fill that space up with some liquid. Anyways, it's my bone broth. It just has, if you don't have bone broth, I flavor my bone broth. Sometimes I add a bit of chicken bouillon to it. So if you don't have bone broth, just use some chicken bouillon and make some broth. Or just add water. See, this is going to make its own liquid, so that's going to fill up right here. But the meat's also going to shrink. It swells and then shrinks. But just put a little bit more. You don't put too much because then you'll have like too much liquid in the jar. You don't want that. So Just enough, probably about a couple, 3 tablespoons of liquid in each jar. About. You want to leave space for it to make its own liquid. Get that liquid to go down. Fill in those empty areas. Now, bone-in chicken is a little bit less time because the bone conducts heat. You all know when you microwave chicken with bones in, how the bones get really hot. So that's basically what it does. The bones conduct heat. And so it's just a few minutes less than meat without bone. Because I don't have that time memorized, I have to look it up real fast. Okay. I think we're good on the broth. This one. This one's gonna make a lot. I don't need any. Alright, so I'm gonna use Tattlers on the lower ones because Tatler's really picky. It really wants that 1-inch headspace, even a little bit less. So we're gonna do Tattlers on these and then regular ones on these. Yeah. Anyway, I think this one is so full it doesn't even need that much extra liquid. We'll pour it in here. There. Okay. Yeah, these ones probably need more. So I don't really measure. I just eyeball it because I've done this for years. So I don't have a measurement. It's just with trial and error, you know. So you want enough airspace for it to make its own liquid. But then you don't want, there we go. This is gonna make its own liquid real good. But I like the flavor the bone broth adds to it. So bone broth gives it good flavor also. Okay, let's put our lids on. Now, if you don't put broth in and you just do water, put a half a teaspoon of salt in each jar, okay? And then pepper to taste if you want. All right, let's get our lids. All right, so I decided, because I have 2 jars left that'll fit in the canner, I decided before we lid those, we're gonna put some beans in. Now I have so many beans, but I want to do. I just have this. This is my oldest beans, some 15 bean soup, and what I'm gonna do is just put not all the packet. Put some of the. I never use this when I make my own. I don't ever use this, but because I'm canning it, I'm going to use it. So I'm going to measure. I'm just going to add it to my leftover chicken broth here. A little bit of leftover chicken broth. I'm just going to add, that's half a bag. That probably will fit in there. So I'll probably do half of the packet, okay? We're going to do half the packet. Alright. Okay. Half the packet, and then we'll save the other half for the rest of these beans in here, for if I can them some other time. Alright, I might need more beans actually. Alright, so we're gonna split this up equally. Put it in my jar. Okay. We're gonna add a half a cup of beans, or actually, I'm sorry, 1 cup of beans in each one, okay? Half a cup for pints, 1 cup of dry beans, 4 quarts. So let me get my cup measuring thingy. I need to buy more of these because I'm always losing them. All right, so yeah, I actually might need to use more seasoning and more beans. These are different types, so I do a heaping, and this is wide mouth, so it has a little bit more room. I do a heaping, half a heaping cup, okay? So it has lentils in it, all kinds of jazz. Yeah, a heaping cup of beans. It's interesting how much beans you can fit in one of these. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get more. So the whole bag might just do 3. I never measured it this way, but the whole bag might just do 3 quarts. If I had another quart, so this is just 1 more quart, so I'm gonna put more seasoning in because the lentils won't swallow that much. You have ham in there, go ahead and toss that ham in. All right. Got my water boiling. So I got really hot water here. I'm just gonna slowly, a little bit at a time, because I don't want to crack my jars. Should warm it up. And so what I like to do when I raw canned beans, that means no cooking beforehand, just putting in there without cooking. Let me put a little bit more of that powder in there. Where'd it go? Oh. I like to soak it for about 15 minutes in hot water to help them get tender. And alright, sometimes I do it overnight. Have enough left for the last of the beans. Just, yeah, we'll do it in thirds here. And then this will go in with the last of these beans. I still have my All-American canner I have to bust open that. I just don't have time to learn new things just yet. Alright, so let's add some more hot water in. I like to make my ham bean soup. I like to make it, you know what I mean? But this is just as good. This probably might be better. I don't have any ham to put in there though. Give me a chopstick and stir that up. And when you do this, it helps the beans not stick so much to the bottom of the, let me taste it. It tastes good. That liquid tastes real good. Of the jar, so we don't want it to stick to the bottom of the jar, and this helps. I did not wash these beans, so I got a little floater here. You might want to wash your beans. Sometimes you need to do that, but I'm in a hurry. Okay, so we got the jar tempered. Let's go ahead and fill her all the way up with hot water. No. We're gonna do 1 inch, all the way 1 inch headspace. There we go. I always put a little bit more than 1 inch of liquid because the beans are going to take some of that liquid. Just a little bit more to help those beans hydrate. There we go. Okay. So let's put the lids on. Oh, let's actually not put the lids on. Let's clean our rims. My son's watching a movie in the background. So. Okay. Oh, I don't know if I was going to dip that in there. I meant to dip it in here. The hot water. I'm going to do hot water first. And then vinegar. The vinegar, if any gets in your jar, will just add to the flavor. Alright. I like to do pieces.
Wow, he's laughing. I remember him punching him, but turns out not.
Okay, let's do vinegar on the rims and degrease that chicken. This one's gonna be a little touchy here. You know, I'm gonna put a used lid on this one. Used lids seal really well, in my experience, because they're just formed. They're formed exactly how it needs to be. Do another hot water. Hey, get off there. My dog's an egg thief. He's eating a batch of eggs if you don't keep an eye on him. Suck those suckers down.
He's on there again?
Yes. He sat there and he jacked an egg already. He's a little egg thief.
There was no egg on there.
Yeah, there's eggs. I put them in the middle of the table. Bear is the
Chinese
big.
food.
The bear is big. Okay, I'm.
Oh, there's those right there. I didn't see those.
Yeah. All right. I'm recording. I'm going to put a new lid. We're gonna do that's the Tatler. Oh, these two are Tattlers. Yeah. New lid here. Used lid here. Push this down a little bit. You know what, actually, the regulations now, I think, changed for the chicken. So I've been canning chicken forever, 1 inch head space, but I think it says 2 inches now. So y'all want to do 2 inches? But I don't, so. I think I'm gonna have to cut a little bit more of chicken off here. Just a little more. There we go. There. Yeah, how to get a little chicken out of there. Okay. Alright, so let's wipe this down again. Now we'll put our lid on. I'm going to do a used one on this one.
Based on a true story?
New one.
What?
Based on a true story.
Oh, you're just saying?
Then we're going to have our Tattlers right here.
True story, there is no wax. Based on
Sorry guys, my kids, or my son's in the background watching a movie and my husband's talking. So. Alright, so let's put the lids on. Finger tight. Finger tight. Even for the Tattlers.
thought I was blaming put you on the nose.
Yeah. But,
Alright guys, so like I was saying before, bone-in chicken is less time. So bone-in is quart 75 minutes, pint 65 minutes. Without bone, it's pint 75 minutes and quarts 90 minutes. Now, because I added beans, I have to stick to the 90 minute because beans are 90 minutes. So I'm not going to do it for the shorter time, even though if I didn't add the beans in there, I could do it for the 75 minutes. But I added beans, so it's 90 minutes. 90 minutes it is. And we'll see you then. Alright guys, so it's been 90 minutes and then another 30 minutes of cooling down. I crack my lid, take this off, crack it, and let's see. Let it slowly depressurize, you know what I mean, jelly bean. Alright, let's take it out. Put this right here so I have a place to put it on my counter. Alright. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Look at that headspace. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. See this one. Again, perfect. Look at that beauty. It'll shrink down as it cools. Also, the chicken will. So the headspace will be just a little bit smaller, just under the 1 inch. Let's take our Tatler out. Ooh, perfect headspace on the Tatler. We're gonna wrench that down, ratchet this one down right when we take it out here. Another Tatler. Look at that. So pretty. Don't have any siphoning. That's good. The key to no siphoning is to slowly just let it do its thing. Turn it off. Wait a half hour, an hour. Take the weight off. Wait 10 minutes. Crack it. Wait 10 minutes. Then take the lid off. So the whole thing, it's a couple hours, you know, but patience is well rewarded. When I rush it, I get siphoning. Okay, here's the beans. Look at that. Pretty beans. Here's the chicken. Perfect headspace. Get away. Bear? No. He smells it. No. I don't know how you smell it. I don't know how you smell this. Probably the steam. The steam. Alright. Then the last bean. Last bean. There you go, guys. The 3 bean soup here. And that's it. So, yeah, all done. Turned out perfect. Shelf-stable chicken for my pantry. Last year's. I still, like I said before, I do it like every 3 years. In one of my videos I was saying, I have a can 3 years worth of chicken. I'm coming down to the last batch. It's pinging. And so it's time to do it again. But this time, I want to do 1 year's worth, and then next year do a year's worth, because I waited about a couple years to do more chicken. So, yeah, so I'll just do a year's worth now instead of 3. I just have more room in my pantry. Looks so pretty. I have to show you. See? There it all is. So beautiful. Alrighty guys, so we'll just talk to you later. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. Bye bye.